This video presentation will aim to analyse the impacts that sporting organisations like FIFA and global businesses such as McDonald's have on sport for international development. FIFA and the IOC have projects across the globe in order to solve wider social issues such as the Football for Hope programme, in which 20 football centres were built in South Africa for local communities as a benefit of hosting the 2010 FIFA World Cup. These centres are designed to solve conflict by creating a climate for peace, but as Darnell suggests, do these 20 centres warrant the incredible public spending and opportunity costs accrued by the people of South Africa? To truly understand sports mega events' impacts on international development, we must look to historic events, their now known effects on development, and also how this has changed and adapted throughout time. Darnell and Millington first looked to Mexico in 1968, where the Games were used as a step towards modernisation. The Games allowed them to showcase to the world and foreign investors that Mexico was of first world status, also adding infrastructure and promoting sport to the younger generation to instill positive values. In 1984, the idea of modernisation shifted. The LA Games brought about neoliberalism, where private organisations invested in the Olympics through the likes of sponsorships. This allowed the IOC and FIFA alike to generate enormous revenues through sporting mega events. The introduction of private businesses, sponsorships, and recognised profitability of mega sporting events have had a profound effect on the nature and purpose of the Games, which today scholars are arguing is impacting international development. FIFA and the IOC now look to growing economies, or BRIC economies, as this allows private companies or investors to enter new markets, provides northern construction companies with huge contracts and allows them to exploit local labour, whilst portraying to the world that they are creating infrastructure, jobs and economic development for third world countries. Essentially, FIFA and the IOC are using sporting mega events to exploit the global south for financial gain. To fully understand FIFA and the IOC's intentions, scholars apply the notion of dependency theory. As previously mentioned, BRIC economies are chosen as they require stadiums and infrastructure to be built. Construction companies from the core economies are then drafted in to design the infrastructure, and local people are exploited temporarily to provide cheap labour. Select individuals, referred to as the bourgeoisie, profit massively from this, from local government officials, sponsorship and construction company owners, and top-ranking FIFA and IOC officials, whilst local people, or the majority, suffer. The bourgeoisie ensure this system of dependency is maintained. No funding is provided for healthcare or education to ensure the global south are dependent upon the global north, and the bourgeoisie, along with the global north, can continue to exploit the south. This notion is often referred to as underdevelopment, which ensures the vicious cycle remains, where the rich become richer and the poor become poorer. Gramsci's concept of hegemony is directly relevant here. The bourgeoisie maintain power and control not through physical force and coercion, but instead through voluntary institutions such as politics, the media, and importantly in this case, sporting organisations. Looking at FIFA's predicted revenues, it is clear to see how much these sporting mega events generate, with 2018 predicted to generate almost $4 billion for FIFA and most of the costs left to Russia, ensuring a safe financial win for FIFA and economic hardship for the people of Russia. Although, the growing nature of an organisation means it must secure larger revenues to fund the likes of personnel, marketing and operational costs. Similar to when a charity grows, although the percentage of revenue donated is smaller, the overall amount is larger. FIFA have set aside $27 million for their Football for Hope programme, which helps solve issues in developing countries such as tackling HIV and AIDS. Without growth, FIFA and the IOC alike would not be able to make significant contributions to sport for development, although contrasting the $27 million set aside for Football for Hope with the $80 million set aside for personnel expenses shows the overall ethos of the organisation. This goes to show the token-like gesture sporting organisations provide to promote international development, potentially to mask the enormous profits they and their top-ranking officials generate from exploiting developing countries and their economies.
Created using Powtoon.